Hello, I've just finished reading Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, and I don't know if I've ever had a more stressful reading experience. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed this book, but nobody warned me how anxiety inducing it would be. But maybe I should have deduced that on my own based on the premise. This is a story about Jason Dessen, who is a normal guy. He's a professor, he's got a wife and a kid. But then one day he is kidnapped, drugged, and when he wakes up, it's as if the life he was living never existed at all. This is a science fiction novel, which is not a genre I'm usually that into, but I really enjoyed this one. This book involves quantum physics and like the multiverse theory, which I am super fascinated by, but I don't know a ton about. And I feel like this did a pretty good job of like explaining it to the layperson. Of course, this is a fiction novel, so it certainly simplifies a lot, but it's definitely about more than just the science of it all. And it was a really great story about family and the choices that we make and how it shapes our reality. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 out of 10 just because I thought the last like third of the book was a little bit rushed and the ending was open but still a little bit too neat and tidy for me. And yet, at the same time, I also feel like there were a couple things we didn't really get resolution on, which I understand is something that often happens in science fiction or just literature in general. But I actually feel like this should have been a little bit longer or maybe a series, which I don't often say about books. I just feel like maybe there were some characters or subplots that I feel like I would have liked to see fleshed out a little bit more. Overall, I did really enjoy reading this despite how stressful it was. I had to take some frequent breaks, man. This was an intense read, both in terms of like the storytelling and the pacing, but also just like the fact that it deals with all of these really deep existential themes. Let me know if this is on your TBR or if you've read this one and what your thoughts were. I'll see you next time. Happy reading.